Welcome to the Financial Planners Southeast Asia podcast, a show dedicated to driving the positive evolution of financial advice, specifically within Southeast Asia. To join a global community of financial advisors sharing and learning with one another to drive the positive evolution of financial advice, head to xyadvisor.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Gwen, and you're here in XY Advisor Southeast Asia podcast. And today I am with one of the best people I know that is from our industry here in the Philippines, a financial advisor from Wealthy Minds. This is Earl Kwek. Hi, Earl.
Hi, Gwen. Nice to have you here. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, thanks for being here as well. So I really wanted to talk to you about your experience here in the financial advice industry in XY, because I know that you started I guess 2 or 3 years ago, and I know that you've had a lot of success acquiring clients and growing your business. I really wanted to talk to you about that. But first, I want our audience to get to know you a little bit. So I'd like to ask, what made you decide to get into the financial advice industry?
Okay, so basically what got me into the industry was actually purely coincidental. I really had no idea what the financial industry was. So it just so happens that a few years back, like 3 years ago, I actually just resigned from my job and I was about to start my business. And out of the blue, someone gave me a call and told me that they were hiring. And then I listened to them, gave them a shot. They told me it was about the financial industry. And for me, considering that I was actually about to start my own business, so I just had a thought in mind that why don't I give it a shot? Just listen to them, listen to the offer, and boom, there was Coco Crunch. And then I was here. Yeah, so yeah, I was like just amazed with how they presented the offer to me. I didn't apply. I did not present any applications to them. They just gave me a call one day, and then it was purely coincidental that I was already out of the job. I just quit my job, about to start my own business. I haven't initiated the business at all. So when that opportunity was presented to me, then I realized that this might be something that might probably be a calling, because in a way they actually called. So that's how it all started.
All right. So it was purely coincidental, or should we say serendipitous? All right. That's actually great, because some of the people I know as well who are in the industry started off like that. Like an opportunity presented itself to join the financial advice workforce, and they jumped into the bandwagon. It totally worked for them. We get to help people while at the same time growing our own business as well. So it's like a win-win situation, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So I know that you have you are under Wealthy Minds and under Sir Tony Ruiz, but you do have your own business unit, yes, with your own financial advisors as well. So I know that your business name is AMDG. So what does that stand for?
Yeah, so I'm glad you actually asked me about it. I was about to edit my name. Yeah, but since you asked me about it, AMDG is actually an abbreviation for Ad Majorem Dei Gloria. So it's actually a Latin phrase, which actually came from the Society of Jesus, which means for the greater glory of God. We translated in English. So it's a little religious in a way. Yeah, but I have been in the sales industry for a very, very long time, and being part of the insurance industry, the financial industry, is a little bit similar, but it's not the same. So there is a slight difference between how you do things in sales, direct sales, rather than how we do things here in this industry. So given this, when I was about to make my brand as a business unit,
Mm,
so I was able to decide that why not dedicate whatever that it is that we are doing or planning to do, all for the greater glory of God, and in a way hope
yes.
for the best, do whatever we can, and try to
Mm,
learn as much as we can. And again, bottom line is to just make sure that whatever we do, whatever we accomplish, even our failures, we all dedicate it to the greater glory of God. So I don't know, something like that.
oh, and definitely you are blessed. You are definitely blessed because as I know you have 22 advisors under you, right? With
Yeah, currently,
350 plus clients in your business. So congratulations. That is a lot of clients and a lot of advisors as well. Now I want to talk about the your advisors first because 22 advisors is a lot. How do you like manage or help them out with like their goals and their I know here in the Philippines that we do have quota. So how do you assist and manage your financial advisors in order for them to reach their individual goals?
yes. So basically, in managing advisors, what I always put into priority is to always
Mm,
ask them what is it that they need and what is it that they actually want to achieve in life. And
mm,
I try to align it with whatever it is that we can actually offer here in this industry. And of course, to give them this to set their expectations that this is not an easy industry, to be
mm,
honest. So I have been in the sales
yes.
industry for a very, very long time, and
Mm,
this is a totally different industry. So it's not just about selling and selling and selling. It's more of creating that certain brand, personal brand, company brand, whatever brand it is that you're trying to present to your clients or
mm,
prospects. It's a little different. It's a little different.
mm,
So just try to set their expectations that if you really work this out, you really want to
mm,
succeed, regardless of any industry that you are going to be in, whether it's financial industry, the industry that we're currently
mm,
at right now, or it may
mm,
be a
yep.
different industry, whether it,
Mm,
regardless if you're a employee or anything like that, then you really have to have your time, commitment, and your effort and your drive. You just have to make sure that these things are going to be complete and intact whenever you join
mm,
my team. So yeah,
mm.
that's basically how I manage them.
All right, that's really good. That's really good advice as well. And how did you actually acquire 22 advisors and make sure that they stay in the industry? Because I know there are a lot of people who come in and then try it out and realize it's not for me, like me, right? I started as a financial advisor and realized that I was never really going to be good at sales, but I do like talking to people, and thus I started I deviated to financial advice education instead. So how did you acquire those talents, and how have you managed to keep them?
Yeah, keeping financial advisors in your roster is
Mm,
indeed very difficult, especially if
mm,
I'm not really sure with other industries how they
mm,
compensate their advisors. But in my team, we don't really have an employer employee relationship, so the control is somewhat limited.
mm,
You can't really like control them like as if they were employees that
mhm,
threaten them threaten them to lose their job, not to give them any wage. Because
mhm,
basically, this is a production-based industry
mhm,
that we're currently
mhm.
at here in the Philippines, here in the company
Yep.
that I'm working.
Mhm,
So it's all about motivation.
mm,
Just try to keep them motivated. Try to
mm,
always remind them why they initially even started to join, why they
mm,
why they even thought of joining. Yeah, there are ups and downs. It's very, very normal. It's just that you just keep on trying to go back, communicate with them, and they just try to talk and talk. They I think it's just communication. Just to keep the communication line, just like a relationship. You just have to keep
Yes,
on communicating.
exactly. As I was going to point that out, that communication, just like any relationship. Now that's good because my next question is around that as well. So I mentioned earlier that you have acquired in the almost 3 years that you've been in this industry, 350 clients under your business. So how did you get all those 350 clients?
Well, actually, it was a collaborative effort from the team, so
Mm,
it wasn't really just mine. Although I
mm,
also do personal selling for,
mm,
for our products, but like half of it is actually from the team. More than half of it
mm,
is from the team, from my
mm,
financial advisor. So one thing that's actually probably like here in our industry is that you just need to make sure that you have a particular niche that
mm,
you're actually trying to target. So if you're focused
mm,
on individuals or families, then you go do that, you master that first,
mm,
and then
mm,
once you're comfortable with that niche, then try to get out of your comfort zone and try to look for a different
mm,
niche. So in our
mm,
case, what we did was we diversified our niche. Some people were
mm,
good in individual selling, some people
mm,
were family-based sellers, and
mm,
then some were also corporate sellers. So
mm,
instead of selling to individuals, why not
mm,
get a whole group like a company,
mm,
something like that. So
mm,
so a fraction of our client base is actually on the corporate side of the business. So
mm,
these are corporate businesses. So in a
mm.
way, you don't just get one individual in a business. So you get the
Yeah,
entire
yeah.
company. So that's the
Mm.
reason. That's probably one of the reasons why we have a humble amount of clients.
Yeah, but that's very interesting. Like, how were you guys able to tie up with a corporate or a business? I know because that's quite interesting because it's not easy to acquire that relationship with a company, right?
Yes, exactly.
Mm,
So establishing your brand towards these companies is actually, yeah,
mm,
it ain't easy, but
mm,
I tell you, it's also not impossible. So it's also
mm,
doable, but it's not easy. So you really have to do the legwork. You really have to talk
mm,
to the right people, and of course, you have to
mm,
expand your network. So when we are doing prospecting, we always try to like also assess this particular person's influence, the
mm,
level of influence that he has, the connection that he has, and to also try to check if whether or not he is connected into companies such that we are actually targeting. Like if
mm,
they have their own
mm,
companies, they know someone who has a company. So it's more of a referral system that we're actually doing for
mm,
companies.
mm.
And that's what we actually get our corporate clients from. And from one corporate client, they refer us to a different corporate client, and
Mm.
yeah, so we dominate that. So it's
Ah.
really important to make sure that you have a good relationship with them.
Oh, that's really great. So, another company that has tied up with you would actually refer you to other companies,
A different company.
and to other. Yeah, that's really awesome. So your business just keeps on growing because there are new employees that come into that business, right? And they go directly under yours, or you get like they get insurance from your financial advisor. So that's really interesting because I know that a lot of financial advisors aspire to get corporate tie ups. And it's very hard to nail because there are times that you get a prospect and it doesn't stick. So I'm really glad that you were able to get a few and that has helped you grow your clients. So 350 clients. Now that your business is really growing, like what are your plans for 2021? Like especially now we are in the new normal and we can't go outside, only have these like virtual meetings with our clients. Like what are your plans for your team?
Yeah, so actually the plan is just to keep on moving. So just to make
Mm,
sure that we are actually continuing our activities, like to continue to talk to people, get to know people.
mm,
And I always remind my financial advisors that it's not really about closing a sale, but it's more on making sure. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's more about helping people realize that the
mm,
true reason why we're doing what we do, why we're offering insurance products to them, is because we want to help protect them for whatever that would
Mm,
happen to them in the future that they might not be able
mm,
to have total or absolute control of. And these
mm,
are things that would really like drain your wallet if you are
yeah.
not prepared.
Mm,
So I always keep on reminding them. You may be talking to like 10, 20 clients and you're not still able to close a deal or anything with them, but that is okay because the fact of the matter is what you're doing is not really like making money out of them upfront,
mm,
but to educate them that if this is something that would happen to you in the future, not really like threatening them or anything like that, but to just give them like a reality check that there are really things in
mm,
life you have no absolute control. Like
mm.
just like waking up in the morning. If it's time to wake up, you really have to wake up.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, something like that. Like, yeah,
You
so
can't keep on snoozing the alarm.
you can't keep on snoozing the alarm.
Exactly, that's so true. And I did mention that we are now in the new normal, and I think that poses as one of the, like, it can either make or break a business, and we've seen a lot of businesses right now who has caved, and we're not able to keep up with like the new normal. So how are you able to, like, grow your business, and despite the, being unable to visit or talk to clients face to face, do you purely do you and your advisors purely go on like virtual meetings, or do you still go ahead and meet with your clients face to face?
Yeah, so initially when the pandemic happened, like
Mm,
last year, everyone was forced to go digital, or else you're
mm,
not
yeah,
gonna really like earn anything. Okay.
yeah,
So
yes.
yeah, so it was like a private thing for them to really like realize that you really have to maximize whatever is there in front of you, whatever resources that are made available, make sure that you will be able to use it. Whatever
Mm,
resources that you think that you might need in the future but you still don't have, then go ahead and get it. Like a stable
yeah.
internet connection for starters. Yeah, so
Yes.
so yeah, basically I'm just glad here for 2021. The year is very, very promising.
Mm,
Uh, like a cure for the COVID problem
mm,
is
mm.
already like spreading out.
Yeah, the vaccine, yes, yes. Mm,
Vaccines are arriving, so it's
mm,
very promising. Although there is no certainty still, that's why we're here in the
yes.
industry. No
Yes.
yeah, there are no certainties, but
Mm,
it's promising and it gives us hope that I have to admit, not all my advisors are able to adapt 100% to the virtual thing.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
especially for those advisors that are a little bit aged,
mm.
a little bit, a little bit aged. So they're not really like comfortable talking to a monitor, doing
Mm,
this sort of
mm,
thing. So they're afraid of technology. So there are some
mm,
advice that are like that. But
mm,
just to give them hope, right now borders are slowly opening, so it gives
mm,
us hope that they can redo what they were doing previously to do
mm.
one-on-one meetings or meetups with their clients. So yeah, there is hope. There is hope. So my plans, just keep doing something. Make sure that we always have activities.
Ah, that's really good. That's really good. Just keep doing something. So I know that a lot of people have been, especially last year, that they've been paralyzed because they're not really sure what to do in order to continue earning, right? So that is actually one of the best advice. Just keep doing something, and anyway, something would come up, right?
Exactly.
If one thing does not work, then try another one. I think that's really good. Now, you mentioned that some of your financial advisors are struggling, and those are usually the ones that are afraid of technology. So,
Yeah.
like, how are they now? Like, are they trying to get back with talking to their clients face to face, since the borders are slowly opening, or like, are they trying to keep up with technology?
Yeah. Well, the good thing with them is they are actually trying to adapt, trying to learn the technology
Mm,
that we currently have,
mm,
like this meeting. virtual
Mm-hmm.
meetings, doing virtual meetings. And right now, since malls are opening, coffee shops are
Mm-hmm.
opening, I'm also trying to encourage them that if you are comfortable meeting up with your clients face to face, then you can actually do
Mm-hmm.
so, but just be preventive and trying to make sure that you are still cautious because
Mm-hmm.
the virus is still there. The threat is still
Yes,
there.
yes. Yes, yes, that's good. I'm glad that things are working out again for us. And I agree, this year is very promising. There's the vaccine, and our borders are slowly opening up. I do see that there's a lot of people in coffee shops again. So coffee shops are now very noisy again. Yes, but yeah, I hope that people get to be in a place where everything is good again, because I know that people are still struggling. But I feel that there's something good about what has happened right now, because of what happened. People are now introduced to virtual meetings, which actually saves us or saves financial advisors, right? Because you can
Exactly.
just be in the comfort of your own home. For those who are tech savvy enough, you can talk to your clients. You don't have to get stuck in traffic, and then try your best to be on time in the coffee shop to meet with your client. Or maybe it's your client who gets stuck in traffic and you just keep on waiting for them in the coffee shop. So, like, do you prefer online meetings to in-person meetings, or you still really like appreciate online meeting or
The
meeting
face to
people face to face? Yeah.
basically, in terms of preference, I'm actually enjoying the virtual meetings right now. So
Mm,
for me, it's to be honest, it's more cost effective because
mm,
first, if you don't really need to spend on gas, you don't really need to
mm,
spend on fare, you don't even need
mm.
to buy a cup of coffee for for your client. You talk to them. Yeah, yeah. And, yeah. So it's more cost effective. But in
Mm,
terms of the effectivity in closing the deal with your clients,
mm, mm,
I'd say it's 50-50.
mm,
So there are clients that are more comfortable. They're really able to talk to you face to
mm,
face. They're able to like hold the proposal that you're actually waiting for
mm,
them. So
mm,
they still, just like in selling books, there are still people who are into softbacks, paperbacks. There are still
mm,
people who would love to have the feeling of touching the paper
mm.
because
Yes, yes.
they have that sense of like unity or like I don't know how they call it, but
I know,
they
I
get that
understand, I
feeling.
understand. I love physical books too.
Yeah. The feeling of holding a book.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I agree. I think nothing beats the like the human touch.
Exactly.
And yes, yes, I agree with that. But 50-50, that's interesting. That's interesting. I
Mhm.
wonder if how other financial advisors are doing with that as well. But that's good that you brought that up. Now, you mentioned that you this year is going to be interesting for you. What are your plans for 2021 specifically? Like, do you have any targets, any goals you want to smash this year?
Yeah, so basically, my biggest target for this year for 2021 is to actually like double or triple the current manpower
Mm,
that I have. So if I
mm.
have 22 advisors right now, I am hoping to end up with at least 60 financial
Wow.
advisors at the end of
Mm,
this year.
mm,
It's not gonna be easy because a lot of people are still in this like mentality that if
mm.
you get to work for something, you need to
Mm.
definitely have a 15 and 30th pay. So
Yes.
yeah, so it's not gonna be easy, but I see a lot of talents out there that are
Mm,
actually doing business. And the fact of the matter is, people who are business minded are actually the ones that are going to flourish in this type of industry, in my personal standpoint, because they realize that there are things that you need to invest with. And it's not
Mm,
just about money. You
mm,
need to invest your time, you need to invest your effort, and sometimes the return of investment is going to take a little bit more than the usual. Just unlike
mm,
with a typical employment, wherein
mm,
regardless if you're still a rookie, you're still new, then you really get to expect something in return out of your effort each and
mm,
every single month, each and every
mm,
payday. So
mm, mm,
yeah, it's promising, and that's the goal to expand AMDG and to yeah,
mm.
hopefully also double or triple the number of people that we've actually helped. So yeah,
Yes.
that's really part of the mission.
Yeah. So good luck. I wish you the best in that. I know you can hit that 22 by the end of this year, 60. So
Six,
that's I will get you back on that at the end of the year. Maybe we can have another podcast and see.
please forgive me if I will
Um,
only get 59.
That's cool. And I'm going to ask you how you were able to hit your target for this year. But before we end this podcast, I just have one more question for you.
Sure, sure.
And that is like, if you had the chance to change anything when you were starting out as a financial advisor, would there be anything that you'd like to change, or are there any advice that you thought that you would have listened to sooner?
Yeah, probably the biggest advice that I could actually give to our audience right now is to,
Mm,
if you're still starting out, don't
mm,
go for the money right away. Because
mm,
honestly speaking, I know that nobody wants to do a financial advisor's job if there weren't no money involved. So
mm.
that would that would be weird. But you know, my advice would be don't go for the money right ahead. Because
Mm,
believe it or not, money is just an output of what you are going to actually offer
mm.
towards your
Yes.
clients. The
Mm,
sincerity has to be there, and you have to learn what you're actually presenting, not just
mm,
the things that your clients would want to hear, but also the
mm,
things your clients are actually afraid to hear. So
mm,
always be transparent to your clients in whatever it is you're actually offering to them. May it
mm,
be life insurance, may it be health insurance, uh, non-life or general insurance. So be
mm,
transparent to them, be honest with them. It is what it is. So
yes.
show them everything, and just hope that they are going to accept your offer. So that's it.
Mm,
And then just keep on doing. A rejection for with one client doesn't necessarily mean that it's a total rejection for all clients. So so there is always going to be someone out there that is going to get an insurance policy from you.
yes. The ones who are ready. Ah, that's good. That's good. Thank you so much, Earl, and thank you for giving me a bit of your time answering my
Not at all.
questions. I know I asked you a lot of questions, and I hope that you do get you do hit your target. So I will be talking to you soon this year
Okay, looking
and
forward to it.
see your progress.
Okay.
60 or 59, that's good enough. So, all right, thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you so
one.
much, Gwen, for having me here. Bye,
All right.
guys.